Hey again, I just got finished filming my foundation application video, and so that's uploading right now. So hopefully you watched that video before you watched this one, but so this video will make a little bit more sense, and obviously that's why I'm wearing the same thing. And I still haven't done my hair, but after the foundation application video, I went and I did the rest of my makeup with the exception of my blush, because in this video I'm going to apply two different setting powders so that you can see how both of those look on my face, and then the only thing that I apply after my setting powder is my blush, and that's just because it's a personal preference. I know some people who like put on the setting powder as the absolute last step, but that's not what I do. So anyways, this video was requested by a person whose name I'll put right here in an annotation, and in my haul number 4 video, I hauled this NARS loose powder in the color Mountain, and she asked me to do a video where I put it on, and it's not focusing, but I promise it says Mountain. So anyways, if you go to NARS's website, I'm gonna tell you what it actually says about this product, and it is $35, and you get 45 grams, so you get quite a lot of product in this packaging. But it says that it's triple milled, and it's supposed to set your makeup and smooth the texture of your skin and absorb excess oil. So basically it's a sifting powder, and it's $35, and you get a good amount of product in this package. Now, I got that in order to compare it to my Makeup Forever setting powder, which is what I was using for like the longest time. The Makeup Forever HD powder, which everybody knows and has seen at this point. But I freaking love this stuff, and the only reason I got the NARS powder was because in a makeup book that I was reading, it was saying that people with olive to darker skin tones should use setting powders that are colored, because even translucent powders, which this is translucent, so one shade is supposedly universal, even those like cast like a lighter wash over you, or it doesn't allow your true like skin tone to shine through. And it kind of made sense, because I've been using this for I don't know, probably like a year or so, and I notice in pictures sometimes, or in a lot of my pictures, when I'm wearing this powder, my face looks slightly lighter than the rest of my body, and I look kind of washed out. And so I kept thinking, oh, maybe I applied too much of this powder that day, and that's why I look kind of white or grayish in the pictures, because you're supposed to use like a tiny amount of this. You get 10 grams in this container for $30 at Sephora.com. So you only get a tiny amount of this. You get a lot more of the NARS product, but I use more of the NARS loose powder than I do of this. So actually, I think they will last you approximately about the same time. Even though you only get a fraction of the product, you only need a fraction of the amount, like on your face. A little bit goes a long way with this. So that was the only reason I even bought the NARS loose powder. Other than that, I was completely happy with this. It feels awesome on the skin. It's like very finely milled. It just feels like heaven. So whenever I would use this, I would always look forward to applying it to my face. This was always my favorite step in makeup application, because it just feels like, I don't know, silk against your skin. It just feels so good. But according to the description of this from Makeup Forever, it says that it's 100% silica, it's talc free, and it's supposed to set your foundation and slightly mattify your skin, and it's a universal finishing powder. So this is colorless, and it's really the only, you know, technically shade they have. And it feels amazing on your skin, and it does keep you matte for longer, because I do notice that I have to blot my makeup fewer times throughout the day when I wear this. So I love it. The only bad thing about it is in photos sometimes my face looks like noticeably lighter than the rest of my body. This, on the other hand, has like a slight color to it. Like I said, this is in the color Mountain, and I think NARS only has like a few loose powders, maybe 5 different shades, something like that, not too many. And it comes with a powder puff, and I don't want to spill this, but basically it has like comes with a sifter, and you can see the little holes. So you know, the product comes up through here, and then you rub your brush here and you can apply it to your face, or you can take this plastic rim part off, but then you know, that also removes the sifter. So I always leave the sifter on, and I just put my brush here, and I don't use the powder puff because the powder puff would be impossible to wash, so I just use a brush. I use a kabuki brush. Well, you'll see me do it in the video. But yeah, so this according to NARS is triple milled, but this does not feel as smooth on your skin as this. This feels like softer and smoother. So I don't know how many times this was milled, but it feels a lot softer than this powder. This is definitely coarser than the HD powder. But as far as pictures are concerned, my face looks better in pictures with this, and I do believe it's because it has a tint to it. You know, I look one shade in all my pictures when I wear this powder. So I'm going to have to agree with the information I read in that makeup book, because I've tested this out over, how long have I had this? Maybe a couple of months, and I've gone out, taken pictures, you know, with my friends or whatever, and I can tell what setting powder I used just based on the way my face looks in photos. So what I do now, obviously I have quite a lot of this left. If I know I'm not taking pictures that day, I wear this because it still feels amazing. And in person, they both look the same to me. And I'm going to apply this to one half of my face, this to the other half. So you'll be able to see on this video that I'll look the same. But if I were to take a picture, I definitely look a little bit whiter, lighter, whatever you want to call it, with this than I do with this. So if there is a chance of a picture being taken of me that night, then I always wear the NARS powder. So those are kind of the pros and cons between the two, the comparison. And then I'll just go ahead and put this on before I run out of time. So to put on the Makeup Forever powder, I use an SS 150 brush, or you can use a MAC 150 or whatever. I just like it because it only picks up a tiny amount of product, because that's really all you need, like that small amount. And then, you know, tap off the excess, and I'll do this side. And you just do like a light dusting over the face. That's all I do. And then with the NARS loose powder, I get some of it through the sifter, and I use a kabuki brush. This is an SS 182, or you can use a MAC 182 brush. It really doesn't matter. I use a lot more of the NARS product than I do of the Makeup Forever, and then I just kind of buff it in. Okay, so if you can see, both sides of my face look the same. I don't look extremely white on one side or extremely dark on the other side. Yeah, but if I were to take a picture, I would definitely look lighter on one side as opposed to the other. So I hope this helps, and thanks for watching.